Hi, this is the Professional Amateur coming to you with another review. This week I checked out Alligator Alley, and this 2013 film was directed by Griff First and stars Amy Bassett, John Criss, and Nicoye Banks, among others of course. The story of this movie, which was originally called RAGIN CAJUN REDNECK GATORS, is that there's this university student and she returns to her small town in Louisiana just for the summer, I guess. But while she's there with her, redneck family, there turns out to be mutant gators in the water that keep on attacking people. The gators also have this red frill around their necks, so they're all kind of redneck gators as well. And they're pretty cool. They are killing a lot of people. Everyone's just kind of cannon fodder in this one, and they shoot spikes out of their tails and stuff like that. So will she be able to protect her family against these raging Cajun redneck gators? Well, for that, you gotta watch the movie and find out. Alright, so let's discuss this film. Well, with this one, it's a creature feature, so of course the creature's pretty important. And I gotta say, I really did enjoy these redneck gators. They're just so much fun to watch because there's just so many of them, and there's just so much cannon fodder that they're just chomping down on everyone. And so a lot of it is just like gators attacking, and I absolutely love that. That's always a fun thing for these types of movies. Also, the CGI on them, coming from 2013, is actually decent. There are times when you can tell it's CGI, but for the most part, it looks realistic on them, so I thought that was really good. And then their design, like them having this red neck, I thought was just kind of clever. And then the first time you hear redneck gators, you're like, oh, okay, that really does work for this one. And so yeah, the creatures are fantastic in this one, and there's even a twist involved with them that you kind of learn later on. I won't give it away, but I thought that twist was a very interesting kind of addition to just a regular creature feature. So it just kind of bumps up the creature one extra level, and I don't know, I thought the gators were great that way. And so of course the gators are the main part of the story. However, they do of course have side plots, and with this one it's like a Romeo and Juliet story which I actually thought was fun. It's one of these stories where they don't, overplay that story. It really is kind of in the background of this gator story. And so, their A line and their B storyline, I think work really well together and really do, suck you in and just keeps you there watching it all the time. So yeah, great story, fun story at least, all the way through. In addition, I gotta say, I really like the acting in this one. It's not particularly good, but it's all over the top. And everyone has Louisiana accents as well. The whole thing is very Louisiana. And I just found the over-the-top acting, the caricatures of the characters, just is so much fun. Nothing is kind of realistic. It's very cartoony that way. But at the same time, just watching these, redneck fight these redneck gators, it's a ton of fun. And then the twist involved with it as well is a ton of fun. So just the characters, you get into them as they are just so cartoony, you can't help but, laugh along with them. And that brings me to what doesn't work with this one. Well, it's really silly, the whole thing, and then the twist is silly as well, but I enjoyed it all. So if you are just looking for a silly good time, then this is a movie for you. Certainly no one's winning any awards in this one except for maybe a Razzie Award, but I think that makes it for certainly a certain type of people who enjoy B movies and creature features. This is a great time. Other than that, what else doesn't work? Maybe if you're a redneck yourself, they don't portray rednecks very well, especially with kind of the overacting and the caricaturedness of their characters. Just might be a little bit insulting, but at the same time, I kind of left those concerns at the door for this one. I don't always do that, but I did with this one, just to see how much of the gator that they actually kind of do. I think they kind of redeem the redneck characters in the end, but, for the most part, they are cannon fodder, and they're not very, classy characters. Let's just say that. And so, yeah, it could be problematic, but at the same time, it's ultimately just a silly movie, right? You're just there for the silliness of it all, and it certainly delivers on that. And so ultimately, would I recommend this movie? I would say sure. It's a lot of fun. It's silly, of course. It's campy. And so if you are, a B movie lover or a bad movie lover, I would say that this one certainly fits that kind of bad movie quality. It's a bad movie, but one that's, pretty good. It's not like a laugh a minute or anything, but there's just so much fun to be had with these redneck gators that you just keep going on with it. With this one, I also did watch it on Tubi, so you can go over there and press play if you feel like it. As for a rating, well, I'm going to give it the good bad score of 4.5. I certainly kind of think it falls underneath that category. It's a bad film, but there's just so many fun things that make it a good film, if you know what I mean. And with that being said, that's all I have to say. So, come back next time. I might be here, Leo might be here, who knows. And yeah, like and subscribe, and peace out.